I'm going to walk you through number 37. So it tells us that we have 10 grams of ammonium sulfate, and we're going to make a solution for it. So the first thing to do is to go ahead and write out the formula for ammonium sulfate, and go ahead and show what that equation would look like, because we will need to know this information later, and we have two of these guys. So we're going to focus on doing our solution for ammonium sulfate, and then we'll deal with the ions afterwards. But keep in mind there's a 2-to-1 ratio here, and there's we're dealing with 1 mole here. So that'll become helpful in the end. So we have 10.8 grams of this guy, and we want to make a 100 milliliter stock solution. So you're going to want to go grams to moles. And this is grams of ammonium sulfate, and there's 132.14 grams in 1 mole. And so we get a value of 0.0817 moles. Now we want this to be in molarity because it said a solution is prepared, and we're going to be dealing with molarity, which is concentration. So you're going to take the moles. Molarity is moles per liter. So this is moles of the whole entire solution. And you're going to divide it by liters. So we had 100 milliliters. That's the same thing as saying 0.10 liters. There you go. We're going to divide that, and we get 0.817. And this is molarity of our NH4 SO4. Okay, so that is step 1, finding the molarity of our main solution. Step 2, we are going to use M1V1 equals M2V2, and we're going to make a new solution. We're going to take 10 milliliters of our solution we just created, which is 0.817, and we're going to add it to 50 milliliters. So our new solution is going to have 60 milliliters. And we do not know the molarity of that. So I'll go ahead and call my 10 milliliters, and my original molarity is my M1V1. And you can keep it in milliliters, or you can put it into liters. Either one is fine, because the milliliters are just going to cancel out. And then we got our M2 we're solving for, and our new volume is 60. So when we do this, we solve for M2, and we get 0.136 molarity. And this is our new solution. And so the last step of the problem is they ask us to figure out the ion concentration of our new solution. So our new solution is 0.136 molarity, and that's of the whole thing. So the NH4 SO4. And this is where we now have to remember that molarity is moles per liter, and this, we have 1 mole of NH4 SO4, and the first one we're going to figure out is for the NH4, and there are 2 moles. You can go back and look at the balanced equation of just the ammonium, and so we get 0.272 molarity, and this is of our NH4 ions. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing for our sulfate ions. And then for our sulfate ions, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So it's not very exciting, but the units do cancel out, leaving us with 0.136 molarity of our SO4 ions. Oops, that's 2 minutes. And there are our answers.